Rodney messaged me privately after yesterday's program, and he and I are in agreement that one of the questions, the Irish author question, may be the toughest question ever asked.
And yet,
on the entire body of the quiz.
I did not make it an impossible question. I looked at that question for a long time, and I thought, I don't even know if I should do it because it's so...
It was multi-layered.
It was worded. It was so multi-layered. The question was... There's an old Irish proverb, first written in 1837, that means always take the safe way, or always be conscious of your choices and don't risk too much. And it's refuted in the Aha song, Take On Me. Now, the reason I included it was, well, first of all, there's a lot of folks that know a lot about Irish symbolism. Okay.
19th century Irish authors.
1837 Irish authors. A lot of people know that, so they're very inside it. So I thought, so that's clue number
Advantage one.
All right, clue number one is that. Clue number two, I'm telling you what the proverb means, which is don't risk too much. Be conscious of your choices and try to make the prudent decision. That's what was written in the question. And so that's clue number two. And then clue number three, it's in the lyrics of the Aha song, Take On Me. But I looked at it and I thought, that's a pretty tough question. I didn't think it was ungettable because I gave those three clues.
Well, see, when I first heard you say the word proverb, my first thought was a Bible verse.
Yes.
Because that's a book from the Bible.
The line was, it's better to be safe than sorry. And in the lyrics of the song, they say it's not better to be safe than sorry. So they're refuting what it says. But when I looked it up, it says I said, where did better to be safe than sorry come from? And it said it's from an Irish proverb written for the first time in 1837 by this author. Because I knew old Tacky Dave would say, well, who's the author? So I said it. I got it. I wrote that down. Old probing Dave would be like, well, who's the author? So I said it. I had it written there.
I'll tell you this too. The problem I thought is the line is kind of a mumble line to me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like he fades out because he goes, "It's no better than safe than sorry."
Yeah, I never knew the complete line. I know that line, safe than sorry, in the song, but I don't know what he says right before.
When you hear it, it's like, okay, I get it now. See, I didn't go back and listen to the song. I just read the lyrics. I thought, okay, there it is. Let me make the question about it.
So we still have that song clip from Aha? Because when I first heard the song,
I don't have it.
When you sing along with the song in the car, in the shower, what have you, I always thought he was singing always better to be safe than sorry.
I know. But
he's not.
It's no better to be safe than sorry.
No, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounded like to
You're
me.
right. But he says, it's no better to be safe than sorry. So in retrospect, I would not have included it on the quiz. Or at the very least, I would have made it an impossible question. But then, I thought about that, but I thought, well, I can't make it ungettable because it's in the lyrics of the song, and I tell you it's in the lyrics of the song.
But how many proverbs, aren't essentially, when you get right down to it, all proverbs basically the same thing? Waste not, want not, look before you leap, all that stuff.
Well, that's what you said, waste not, want not, and look before you leap. So the only way you really could get it is to say, okay, it's in this song, and I know it. I've heard it, and I know it. But it was too buried in there. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done it. This is the lyric to the song. All right, here it is.
It's no better to be safe than sorry.
So it's so quick.
It's no better.
It's no better.
It's no better to be safe than sorry.
I still didn't.
But what you have to hear is better safe than sorry, which would have been the answer. But it's so buried.
It's no better to be safe than sorry.
And I'm in a mood, okay? Today...
You're mad.
I'm Mediterranean diet.
And mad because you didn't win any money.
I'm angry because I didn't win the money in my weight loss challenge.
Had you, in your mind, spent the $1,000, Kelly, that you were hoping to win in your weight loss challenge?
Yes, I was going to buy a pickleball ball machine so that I could practice all the time in my driveway. Because why?
Always better to be safe than sorry.
That's right.
They make those?
Yes, they make those. They're $1,600. And that's right.
I'll come over and throw balls at you. I'll tell you what, I'll do that for like a G. I'll come over every day and throw balls at you.
You know what? This is win-win. Biggie's active. Kelly gets to practice. I love it.
but you won't have the consistency of the machine. I need
placement?
I need it placing them.
But because you'll get used to that. That's a terrible idea.
I want to work on the same shot 1,000 times and then a different shot 1,000 times so it becomes muscle memory. I didn't play very well last night. I let my team
Tournament
down.
season's here.
Tournament's here. The season is upon us. And then last night, my man Curtis, we got a tournament coming up. We got one this weekend and another one next weekend. And my friend Curtis just said, I noticed you're not playing in the 50 and over bracket in the tournament in 10 days. And I said, that's right. We're in the...
You're playing the young guns or the open?
Open division. It's any age. And he goes, you're going to get slaughtered.
You are.
By the teens and 20s?
Yeah. And I said...
You're like those guys on the senior PGA Tour that come back for a regular tournament.
And there's Bernhard Langer.
Yeah.
He won a tournament in the 80s, I think.
Plus 19 here.
Yeah, he wins like 6 tournaments a year on the senior tour,
Right.
but never makes like the cut.
That's right. That's right. And then...
He's sitting at 15 over par.
And when he does contend, because he'll contend for half a round, they'll make a big deal out of it.
Exactly. Then by Sunday, they're like, he fell off the pace, of course. And they get, he's finished. He's like 15.
Yeah.
You just see him, long before
5 hours before the leaders come teed off.
And they give him a lifetime achievement clap. And
Legend.
There's Bernhard Longer. Yeah, Curtis said, you're going to get killed. He goes, you better talk. You better get out of that division. We're staying in. I happen to know your partner's older than you. Correct. And it was a mutual decision. It was like we said to each other, should we go in the over 50 or the open? He goes, let's go open. I said, yeah.
We'll take on all comers.
Let's take all comers here. Curtis said, oh, my God.
Always better to be safe than sorry.
Always better. Curtis says, be safe.
I don't always agree with Curtis on things, but he's absolutely right.
Is right. He said, Curtis said, be safe, not sorry. Go against the aha song, that drivel you were talking about. Sarah, you have a comment about pickleball. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. A couple of weeks ago, I went back out where I used to live in the Pacific Northwest. You need to go out to Bainbridge Island, the birthplace of pickleball.
That's what I was going to spend. I was going to spend my $1,000 on that and my pickleball
on a bus ticket.
That's the place where it was born. I've done a lot of research on it. That's right.
Yeah, I sent an email to Chris Demm with some some pictures of the court, Founders Court.
That's awesome. Founders Court.
Yeah, I enjoyed reading the article. She didn't even send it to you.
No, of course not. She knows.
I'm shocked he read it. I figured he'd just delete it.
Pickleball.
I do.
Well, that's the first place we saw it. I think Beth and I we told you guys we were there, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
The Pacific Northwest. And we saw these old people playing this mystery game.
Yes.
It's like, what are they doing?
Thank you, Sarah. And what did I say to it? What a waste of time. What a waste.
Old.
Now,
tennis man.
Yeah. Now I'm going to spend $1,600 on a ball machine so that I can practice in my driveway to get better. That's what I'm looking for. So the whole point is I'm in a mood because I did not win the money in the weight loss challenge.
So prepare for another tough quiz.
Yeah, today. Do you see number 10 today, Biggie? Have you thought? I think
it's another tough game.
And number 10 is very similar to the one to that
multi-layered
multi-layered question. Yeah, number 10. And I probably shouldn't have done it, but it's like I threw it in there.
All right.